Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now of the starting five for both teams. A factor in every game, Russell Westbrook will be on display.
And Westbrook is so dynamic offensively. Guys, his ability to score in transition may be unmatched in this league. And I still think he has potential to be even better defensively. So, incredible how good this guy can be.
Yeah, he has the quickness and speed to dart in and break up a play, whether it's picking off a pass or just taking it out of your hands.
Well, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building. Well, you could see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 finals.
Here is Gomes, covered by Beasley. Gomes passes to the great one. He dishes it to Collison. Passes it to Durant. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 14 feet away, and it's blocked by Bledsoe. Kicks it to Dragic. Back to Bledsoe. Stolen. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Feeds it to Gomes. Back to Westbrook. To the paint. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Kevin Durant is second.
Well, anytime you can be one of the best scorers in the league, that's special company and something you should be proud of. It's not easy to do on a consistent basis to be amongst the scoring leaders.
The Suns leading. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots.
No good from Dragic.
Boy, that's two easy points you've just given away.
Throws it down, despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
The drive by Green. Dragic kicks to Green. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game.
Well, guys, Goran Dragic signed to a big 4-year contract by the Phoenix Suns last season. Really has played well. He's crafty, he's clever, he's got good size, can finish at the basket, and also can shoot the three. He's a lot of fun to watch.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. He told me one of the more troubling tasks his team must do is to figure out how to slow down Russell Westbrook. He said that between his explosiveness and ability to change direction, they'll have to have all 5 guys keeping an eye on Westbrook whenever he's on the perimeter.
Thank you, Doris. And Phoenix making a change here. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Dragic actually drafted by the Suns back in 2008 with the second-round pick. And, Steve, you know a little bit about him. They had the good sense to bring him back.
I did draft him, Kevin, and a guy we liked for a long time before that draft. He's turned into an excellent player. The Suns brought him back after losing Steve Nash. And for a team looking to build and go young, he's been a good fit. They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
And Green gets it to go. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Fisher with the ball. And there's the feed to Ibaka. The jump hook. No luck. And Phoenix will come the other way. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between these two this year.
And Green slams it in.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Fisher with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Fisher dishes to Gomes. Pass to Fisher. Puts up a three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Morris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And because of the odd number of games between them guys, the one thing we know is that one of these teams will have bragging rights over the other at the end of the season.
Exactly, Kevin. And that makes tonight's game, I think, a little more interesting and intriguing. I mean, whoever wins this one will have a big advantage going into the next two.
Thunder trailing by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Perkins with a screen on Dragic to halt the run, and that one's good from Fisher. Fisher's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Dragic. He had 16 points in the win against Utah. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Dragic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy.
Bledsoe left side. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And that one is good by Beasley.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Great one out there with Durant. And it's Collison in the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Westbrook, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Bledsoe outside. Beasley. Back to Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. There's Brown with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Down low. Deflected. Stolen by Bledsoe. Brown down low. He's covered by Westbrook. It is now to Morris. Shot from the wing. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Westbrook kicks to Lamb. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Bledsoe. Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. Beasley, the pass to Morris. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's an 8-point Suns lead.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
Pass to Brown. Doubled by Collison. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Lamb. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Hey, we all know how hard it was for the Thunder going into last season to trade away their six-man star, James Harden, but it was something that had to be done. They really missed his playmaking ability, though, and I think they missed him in the locker room, too.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Caron Butler's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Dragic in for Shannon Brown. Westbrook with the steal. Left side, Westbrook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That's called on Channing Frye. And for the Thunder, a financial decision to trade away Harden. They've already tied up Steve money and big contracts to Durant and to Westbrook, Ibaka, and Perkins.
And Kevin, I think a lot of people questioned why they didn't keep Harden and maybe move Ibaka or Perkins. I think Perkins would have been maybe the best option, but he's really looked at as their best post defender and a guy who brings leadership and toughness. So it was a very difficult decision, but there's no doubt this team missed James Harden.
Dragic dishes to Gozan. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Westbrook. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
That is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best. Serge Ibaka, born and raised in the Republic of Congo. We've had African-born players in the league for decades, but it seems that as the league has reached out to develop talent there, the numbers are increasing from that part of the world. You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. And Butler backing him in to end the run. Kendrick Perkins grabs the miss. Perkins got his third rebound on the night. And going back to Ibaka and growing talent coming from the continent of Africa. Steve, 1 billion people there.
Soccer is still the biggest sport there, but steadily the NBA has made inroads providing courts and equipment and coaching around the continent. So you would expect more and more players to come to the league from Africa.
Bang and Mute and Hashim Thabit. And they'll get some notable players in the league from there. Markieff Morris is checked in for Phoenix. Ibaka outside. And the pass to the great. He kicks it to Lamb. He passes to the great one. Dishes it to Durant. It's stolen by Morris. Jumps up. Finishes the freak with a slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Now Fisher. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hey guys, the great one in their last game against the Wolves made a big difference. He had 11 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Well, as he often does, Kevin, and we'll see. Maybe he'll explode again tonight because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues.
He dishes it to Fisher. Durant with a screen on Brown. Here's Lamb. That one wide left.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Here's Butler.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Serge Ibaka.
Well, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Durant kicks to Fisher. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Fisher's got 6.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Bledsoe outside. Bledsoe gets the screen from Gortat. Bledsoe passes to Gortat. Outside Butler. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Butler's got 13 points now in the quarter. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, and it actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
No good from the great one. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. There's Brown with the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
And Fisher kicks to Perkins. Passes it to Fisher. Feeds the Lamb. There's the triple. That's good. Lamb's got 13.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Bledsoe kicks to Brown. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Offline from the high post.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Bledsoe outside. Kicks to Brown. Lets it go with a 3. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
I like that. Trying to respond to that last 3-pointer, but he couldn't get it to go. Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. That free throw, no good. And Phoenix making a change here. And he's good on the second.
Even with the one miss, he's still stretched it to a 2-possession game. That's big for them right now.
Here's Bledsoe. shot, no good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Thunder lead by 5. Make sure you stay tuned for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. Then we'll be back here right after that for the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Sunday action is in full swing, so let's break down the first half for you. The Thunder have the lead out in Oklahoma City against the Suns. They might be picked as the favorites, but they got a game on their hands, no question. For the first half, Russell Westbrook was fantastic. He's got 21 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on. And still hanging in there, the Phoenix Suns. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. Caron Butler playing great through 2 quarters. After 2, he's got 15 points, and the looks have been coming for him. A great shooting percentage from the floor and the line. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see. Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. He wants it up. Can't get it to go.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix, and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
Setting the floor for the Suns. They've got Caron Butler. Marquis Morris is out there with Beasley. And there's Bledsoe, and it's Brown up the 2-guard. Ibaka with the screen on Butler. Westbrook passes it to the great. Oh! Beasley with a rebound. Beasley's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Back down to Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's ready with his 3 kids in Phoenix. He's pushed down the there. Looks like he'll stay for the long term.
Well, he's a tremendous player for the Suns back during my his career. So this is a great fit coaching the Suns. The guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence, cool demeanor, can serve him well as a head coach.
Westbrook looks to Durant. Allison's a screen for Durant. And in. Durant's got 2 points.
Yeah, a whole lot of space to get that shot.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job of getting over the top of the screen.
Clark Davis struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And it's Butler to set.
Pretty good defense there. That's a shot you can make, but they really challenge him.
Westbrook with it. Starting now down Morris. Kept alive. Here's Collison. Lays it up and it's started the short defense at that. And now a 7-point Oklahoma City lead. And here's Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets the screen from Beasley. Bledsoe dishes to Beasley. Nice shot from the wing. Beasley's got his second basket. The Thunder lead by 5.
Well, Michael Beasley, former number 2 pick in 2008, signed on with the Suns last season, and they really had high hopes for him, but he had his worst season yet. Missed more shooting and more turnovers than assists.
No good. Some solid defense from Morris. Here's Butler and Durant. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And the Suns here with a different look. Red Sox checked in for Marquise Morris. Gerald Green comes in for Caron Butler. Malcolm Lee checked in for Shannon Brown. And it's Dragic in for Eric Bledsoe. Green kicks to Lee. Outside Dragic. This is a nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Perkins with the block.
He hasn't had much success shooting the ball. It's not too late for him to turn around and start contributing.
Good. And for Michael Beasley, his offense has kind of been the one thing you can count on, but even there, he struggled.
Yeah, it's been maybe a fall from grace for a player who was dominant at Kansas State. But the problem for Beasley, not really a three, not really a four. He's a tweener. He just has not been able to find his niche in this league.
They get it back. Goes back. And it's good on the way in. Beasley's got 6 points.
Boy, he crashed the board with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Now here's Jackson. Jones with the screen on Dragic. Jackson passes to the great. And Jackson. Outside, Jones. So we get to the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Barry Jones, the 6'11" forward out of Baylor. I mean, he has all the physical gifts you could ask for in a player. Long, athletic guard skills, unselfish. You just would like to see him keep that throttle down more game to game.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Michael Beasley. Going back to Barry Jones, you mentioned his talent, but some teams have wondered and lied him down why he wasn't more dominant in college. We'll have to find that out.
Well, I mean, that's the problem when you only have a couple of years to evaluate a player. Sometimes they don't fully develop until they actually get to the NBA. But you've got to make that judgment before he's really fully developed. I mean, that's what's so tough.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, as you know, Kevin Durant is a real gym rat, a guy who just loves the game of basketball, and he enjoys studying the greats. It may be his favorite, Durant's smile. Larry Bird is a guy I like watching. I watch film on him all the time. I like his approach to the game, his...
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. Following this one, they get the host, the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Some good matchups. I mean, that Dallas Mavericks game, definitely one to be checking out.
Locking at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Great one out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant again at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And gets it to go. The Thunder leading by 8. Look for the great one. Passes to Westbrook. Here's the great one. To Westbrook. The feed to Durant. Mr. Perkins. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook drives in. The shot no good. Great D that time for Eric Bledsoe. The Suns trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They gotta find something right. Morris gets Bledsoe. Brown. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Westbrook. The Thunder will finish at the bucket. Westbrook's got 28 points for the game.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Back to Gortat. Tipped. And they're going to break that ice cold streak. Gets it to go. The Thunder leading by 6. There's Westbrook. team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Suns have gone outstanding 4 of 5 in the field in the fourth quarter so far. Westbrook again. He feeds it to Morris. He shoots the 3. Thunder with the rebound. That is 6th rebound on the night.
He's not exactly striking with deep. He had 1 free ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Suns trail by 8. Bledsoe with Westbrook picks him up. Here's Butler. They get the rebound. And there's the call on Perkins. That'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Tough break for the defense. It took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, when you get there late, that's what happens.
Brookside dishes the ball. Right side, Butler. It's his second chance ever. That's the bucket. Butler's got 4 points for the quarter. Let's go quickly over to Horsburgh for an update.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And as always, Doris, thank you. The shots bring from quick rebound.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Suns trail by 8. And the Suns call time.
No wonder the Thunder were beating teams last season. Everybody expected that, but it was the way they were blowing out teams on such a regular basis that caught everybody's attention.
Georgia against Perkins. Butler on the way. Bledsoe outside. The dish to Morris. Back to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Morris. Pass to Bledsoe. Again. Throws it down with the quick backhand.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
And for the Thunder, they were blowing out teams on a regular basis, as you said, and plus 9.2. As the scoring differential in their games. Steve easily the highest mark in the NBA.
Just think about that for a second, Kevin. I mean, that means your average game is almost a double-digit win. And not just wins, I'm talking about all games. So that's the result of having an explosive offense, depth, and a tough defense. This was really a complete team, unfortunately derailed by the Westbrook injury.
Westbrook passes to the bottom. Georgia with the steal. Bledsoe with it. Goes up on the block. Second shot opportunity. And Butler missing.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had anything but just lost his focus.
And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes on second team.
Hopefully risky pass, guys. He ended up with a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for the Thunder. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, literally controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll wrap it up. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.
Your team brings the victory this time around. It's got to be nice to get a little break tonight in the midst of a long season with more close games than you'd probably like. Your thoughts?
It was really good to see the team playing so well. It's one thing to see the guys looking sharp in practice, but that doesn't always translate over in the games, you feel me? But this time it did, and then some. To me, that just means that we all on the same page. We all buying into what Coach has to say, and that's a good thing. He's the one that knows best how to make this team succeed. So let's hope now we can keep this momentum going for a little while. You heard?
Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A quick check now of the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Serge Ibaka in this one?
No, it didn't take long for Serge Ibaka to establish himself as one of the best shot blockers in the league. He has impeccable timing, and he's so athletic and tall with long arms, so he's really able to bother offensive players.
Ibaka just gives you everything you want out of a hustle player.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
He told me one of the more troubling tasks his team must do is to figure out how to slow down Russell Westbrook. He said that between his explosiveness and ability to change direction, they'll have to have all 5 guys keeping an eye on Westbrook whenever he's on the perimeter.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Well, Steve just mentioned the ease with which they handled this opponent last season, Cole.
Well, the series between them really was quite ugly. I mean, not very competitive at all. As you would have guessed from looking at the standings at the end of the year, this was very one-sided.
Sure was. Westbrook gets a screen from Collison. Westbrook drives in. Free throw line jump shot. The shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And Kevin, that was an outstanding win. To get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter, I think.
I agree, and I think most people probably thought that once they couldn't win it in regulation, if they had missed their best shot and overtime wasn't going to go their way. But give them credit for pulling it out.
Durant gets to Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. That's good. A nice assist from Durant. 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Suns.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance. Jose Calderon out of Spain is a terrific playmaker and shooter. He's not a guy who's going to put up a big number, but you give him the keys to your offense, and he's going to make a lot of good things happen for you.
Gomes with the bucket.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Here is Ellington. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ellington gets a screen from Carter. Here is Ellington. Calderon kicks to Blair. Shot clock at 6. He's against Collison. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And going back to Calderon, as good as he is offensively, Steve, you have to manage his matchups defensively.
Yeah, especially in today's NBA, quickness can be so deadly, and I think it's true. Calderon sometimes is at the mercy of those faster point guards in the league, but he can really play. He does an awful lot of good things out on the floor.
Ellington dishes to Calderon. Pass to Carter. Carter left side. He passes to Wright. Back to Carter. He kicks it to Calderon. Launches it. Here's Blair. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Fisher, the pass to Ibaka. Here's the great one, defended by Nowitzki. Here's the great one, and the rebound goes to Dalembert. Dalembert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And Fisher kicks to Perkins. The pass to Lamb. From deep. That's blocked by Ellington.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Dives for it. And stolen by Fisher. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And slam dunk by Lamb.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
Calderon for 3. So the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 5. And will be...
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Thunder live and in person. Pick up your tickets today to see the great one taking on the best the league has to offer. Come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
And the first quarter. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Durant sends it back. On the court for the Mavericks. Devin Harris is out there with Ellis. Then it's Dalembert. Then there's Marion. And it's Carter in at the small forward.
You know, so much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling, Steve, when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin, and you know, they've been good the last few years, but you don't go 34-7 at home like they did last season without a significant advantage coming from the crowd, and I think that's been the case here. The crowd is loud and active and fired up every single night.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. And here's Westbrook. A 32-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
It's stolen by Carter. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Here's Ellis. It's rebounded by the great one.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
In Westbrook, here we go. Ejected by Marion. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Harris with the ball. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
You know, when he has that basket in his sights, he will go right at it. Once he's in tight, he is a flawless finisher.
Westbrook against Harris. Puts up a 3. No good from the great one. Mavericks leading by 6. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Carter. Stripped away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Westbrook gets to Durant. Passes it to the great one. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought... the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
There's a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harris against Westbrook. Ellis down low. Yeah, and that one's good.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And Westbrook hits it to go. Westbrook's got 11 points.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Westbrook against Harris. Nowitzki up top. In low to Ellis. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Juwan Blair. He's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. Durant sets a screen for Collison. He dishes it to Land. Back to Westbrook. The feed to Collison. Just 5 on the clock. Westbrook fades and shoots. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, the great one in their last game against the Suns was a major factor. He ended with 14 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game, or has it, like Steve, you begin taking a toll physically?
I think it just depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on, how he's feeling physically overall. But usually a guy who has a big night like that, it's going to carry over just the confidence. It'll carry to the next game.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you on there, Steve. There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you. And you perform well, and you feel like you can do it again and again and again.
Did you see the defense get caught standing?
Ibaka dishes to Durant. Now here is Cephalosha, guarded by Marion. Here's the great one. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Ellis with it. He's got 10. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The great one passes to Durant. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks leading by 7. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Yeah, and the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one.
It's Marion with the drive. Ellington. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ellington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Marion, a screen on Durant. Ibaka comes with the double team. 6 to shoot. Here is Ellington, defended by Durant. The shot's good from Ellington.
Man, that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Thunder trailing by 11. Now Fisher. .110 left in the first half. Shot's good. Fisher's got his first 2 points.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically layers.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Ellington kicks to Ellis. Tipped away. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Ellis has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting...
Incredible.
Sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Here's Nowitzki. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Here's the great one. The shot is off. Great defense that time from Ellis. Here's Marion. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. Ellis outside. From the stripe. And another basket for Dallas.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Here's Fisher. And so we conclude the first half. Mavericks ahead.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Wednesday night at the 2K Sports Studio, and this is the halftime report. For the Dallas Mavericks, they have the lead against Oklahoma City. An excellent job of getting into the paint, piling up those second chance points. Monte Ellis dialed in against Oklahoma City. He's up to 14 points and has been very efficient, converting his shots into points with a nice field goal percentage. And doing their best to stay alive, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. Leading the team in scoring, Russell Westbrook. He's got 13 points and has been on the mark from deep so far. That's it for me here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Great one out there, Ryan Gomes. And it's Collison in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Harris dishes to Ellis. Back to Harris. Takes the 3. Here's Dalembert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, he's someone who can just demolish you on the glass, and that's really his goal when he goes into the game. He is looking to dominate the paint.
And you've also got to love what a forceful low-post defender he is. If he blocks one of your shots, you remember it. He sends them into the stands to make a point.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Monte Ellis.
Hey, Dalembert has been what he has been for a long time in the league. A solid defender that can give you a few points and block some shots. But last season in February, he came out of nowhere to drop a career-high 35.
And the shot's good from the great one. Now here is Carter. He has 5. Harris outside. Now the dish to Marion. The baseline J. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In third, the Thunder.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. I mean, you could see their confidence growing as they continue to put up points on the board.
Off the inbound.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Harris kicks to Nowitzki. He's against Collison. Marion outside. Back to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. Out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. In the air. And the layup is good. Harris has got 13 points. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Lamb. He's got 10. Pass to the great one. Feeds to Lamb. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
A shot by D'Alembert, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Knocked away. Westbrook with it. Shawn Marion covering. Marion against Westbrook. Tries it from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it. Westbrook's got 15. Mavericks leading by 12. Harris outside. Back to Nowitzki. Harris outside. Shoots the 3. Harris missing again.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3 ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second. Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch too, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, the Thunder are often seen as getting into one another during games in what looks like heated arguments. But that is the culture they want, as every player can hold each other accountable. Coach Scott Brooks describes it saying, "I'm with them every day." Did they have some competitive moments? Absolutely. But that's how we work here. We challenge each other. It gets chippy. You can't argue with the results, even if it looks like they are always at each other's throats, guys.
I believe it. Those must make for some good battles for us. Thanks. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Mavericks on D. Outside Jackson. 5 to shoot. He tries for 3. Shawn Marion grabs the miss. Marion's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And back to these great fans in Oklahoma City. They hosted the Hornets for 1 season in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, you recall. And Steve really showed what a great crowd they could be for a team.
Kevin, I agree. And I think that season when they hosted the Hornets, I think that showed the league that Oklahoma City was ready to become a franchise. And that's why the move from Seattle to Oklahoma City was allowed by the league, because the city had proven that they would support the club.
Here's the great one. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
Dallas leading by 11. And here's Calderon on the wing. Ellis. Back to Calderon. Kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to Calderon. 5 on the clock. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The great one passes to Jackson. Goes back up. No good from the great one.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Here's Ellis. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lito's checked in for Vince Carter.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. A big reason why was they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
Jackson passes to the great. Ibaka in the post. He's against Nowitzki. And Ibaka slams it in.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And back to the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Gallinber's checked in. The shot's good from Lito. Thunder trailing by 14. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
They get it back. Dishes it to Ellis. There's 57 seconds left in the third. He feeds it to Marion. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Just the shot they want. Point-blank range.
Jackson off the pick from Ibaka. Jackson kicks to Durant. Again, the Thunder score.
Points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Jackson against Calderon. Now the pass to Lito. Back to Calderon. He passes to Lito. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson against Calderon. He kicks it to Ellis. Back to Calderon. Can't connect. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball.
Coming up next Monday, November 11th, Aaron Aflalo and the Orlando Magic take on Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics. Hoops action.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, rebounding and second chance opportunities have been a huge factor in this game.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Gallinber's out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Devin Harris. Then there's Ellis. Nowitzki, no good.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Hey, you really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
Shawn Marion is checked in for Dallas. Both free throws good from the great one. And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24 and 28 against the rest of the conference. And while that is all right, Steve, it's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this conference, Kevin. And I think you have to be at least 500 this year against the West to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. They just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Perkins got his 8th rebound here tonight. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Harris, right side. The open shot, Ellis. Dallas, no good that time either.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Rejected by Marion. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Harris dishes to Ellis. Thunder with the rebound. Perkins got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Durant can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Marion left side. Defended by Durant. Marion passes to Nowitzki. Looking to get back on track here. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's the great one. He's guarded by Ellis. Perkins kicks to Westbrook. Back to Perkins. The great one. Passes it to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from the great one. Dallas leading by 5. Ellis with it. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Marion dishes to Harris. With the lead pass, here's Nowitzki. Durant with the steal. Left side Durant. Back to Westbrook. Pass to the great one. Ibaka with the screen on Harris. Here's the great one. Some solid defense here from Dallin Bear.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Harris kicks to Marion. Back to Harris. Harris, right side. Shot to stop the drought. Here's Dallenberg. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Harris against Westbrook. Back to Durant. Perkins with the screen for Durant. Ibaka outside Westbrook. That's good. And so it's Dallas with it. Leading by 5. Dallas calls timeout.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but the injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, but they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
You had 23 points. You have to feel like you played a major role in this win with all of your offensive contributions. Any thoughts on your performance?
I was definitely involved a fair amount tonight. I felt like my shot was falling pretty well, and when that's the case, I'm going to push to do as much as I can offensively. To put it simply, I just did what I was supposed to do, and that helped us to the win. So overall, solid performance, man. Man, we'll take the W.